FM20, I think it's got me beat. I'm having a very tough time playing with Kingstonian in the lower league in my Diffuse Challenge this year. My name is Daljit. Welcome to Bustthenet. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to stay in touch for more videos like this. It's never happened before. I'm here. I'm at the edge of the playoff zones. Right, we've got about 15 games left by my... there should be about... What? 40? I'm too lazy even to count because I'm so depressed. I have never been in this position before. I normally have a buffer, right? I mean, I'm safely in the playoff zones. I'm doing okay. You know, I can afford to experiment. The good thing about the strategy I took up this year was making sure that my finances always had a buffer, so I can sign players. We have that buffer. Our run has not been fantastic, right? Like everybody else, yes, I suffer from it too. Come November, December, I better come up with a plan on how I handle that period. Unfortunately for us, a lot of these matches that I played, we drew. I mean, such is our quality at defending. We can defend, right? We make it really difficult for sides to score against us. I mean, I can go to any one of these matches, right? And every goal that you will see, or the goals that we score, maybe 1 out of 5 goals comes from open play. The rest of the goals, there's a mistake by the opposition. Here, this is an open play goal. That's rare. So we got an open play goal. That was nice to see. But they managed to score in the 90th minute. That was this is a punch in the gut, right? Free kick taken. It's the 90th minute, and I don't have a consistent plan. So I'm shooting myself in the foot. So we got this. This was a screw up on my part. Very, very bad screw up on my part. So we create chances in and around the box, yes. Throw-ins, free kicks, corners, a lot of the shots that we've been creating, like a lot of the chances that I created, we beat Aldershot 3-1, we beat Eastleigh. This was a fantastic run after that. This was the start of our great escape. I thought at this point we were in the playoff zones, right? So we were playing pretty well. Callum Gunner was scoring, Fabio Saraiva was scoring. We were actually creating chances from open play. Fabio Saraiva, this was a corner, and then they couldn't clear the ball. We counter-attacked at speed. Into the box we go and we score a goal. So I was really happy. So at this point we were nicely scoring goals from open play. Then we come to this period where I was struggling like crazy. I couldn't score from open play. We started losing the file. We started drawing with Enfield Town, Kettering, Maidenhead, Wrexham. Wrexham is one of the teams that are in the playoff spots, right? At the moment, we couldn't beat Wrexham. Wrexham just completely clobbered me. 5 clear-cut chances, they only scored 1 goal, which is testimony to our defensive, our ability to hold teams, right? So but then I had to take a gamble. So I almost feel as if, right, I know that we need to create chances, and I have tactics, right, that are very dangerous going forward, and I pray that we don't concede. Galileo is one of them. The Red Pharaoh is one of them. So against Barrow, we're still using Spectre. We managed to beat them 3-2. Then we managed to beat Stockport using the Spectre, which is my 4-1-2-3. And then came this big match against File. And this was the day when I decided, okay, File are currently, they were second on the table at this point in time, right? Then Kingstonian beat File 3-2 using Galileo, my 2-3-5. And now I almost feel as if in order for me to bridge the gap between us and the playoff spots, I may have to gamble, do something that I haven't done before. Because I kind of shot myself. I mean, I wouldn't say I've shot myself in the foot, because I made a conscious decision. I made a conscious decision this year not to abuse the player search tab. Because last couple of years when I've done the Diffuse Challenge, I've abused it, right? I go in there and I invite everybody for trial. And the players all come for trials, and then I pick the best from them and I continue. And sometimes I've even abused it to the point where I don't care about the wage budget, right? I always say, I don't give a shit about the wage budget. I'll get promoted and then I'll worry about it next season. So I basically leveraged off that kind of play style. This season, I've decided to take the high road, which is a road less traveled by a lot of people. So I've decided, okay, this time around, we're not going to use this. We're going to use the scouting center. So the only players that I see or get a chance to try are the ones I've invited for trial. And the other option is to go to the DOF and make a suggestion from the DOF. I'm currently looking for an AMC, and I suggest a loan. He suggests one Tom Scott transfer. I have to offer him a trial of 1 week because I can't see the window. If it turns out that he's an okay signing, I'll use him. Sometimes they don't even give me a chance to trial him. They go like, you want him, you take him. I depend on the scouting center, I depend on my DOF. That's it. And it makes things a lot harder. So we've got a couple of other players in the scouting center. This is a striker. We've got enough strikers. We've got enough wing backs. I am struggling to find somebody who can play on the right flank. This guy is just not good enough. So right now, we're looking for a player who can play on the right flank. We're looking for a player who can play through the middle. We've shortlisted quite a number of players here. Here in this position, I even found Armando Shashua, but he's not interested in coming. So I've tried. He's not coming. Plays a League 2 side. Who the hell wants to go from a League 2 side to a League 1 side? Plus, he's earning quite a fair bit of money. So we are now in a very difficult position. And what have I done? Well, I've gone to a very aggressive tactic called Galileo. Is it going to work? I don't even know. And Galileo is not something that I would recommend anybody take for their teams, because this is literally suicide football. Because the game is just going to go from one end of the pitch to the other end of the pitch. I don't get this as well, right? My staff say that my best defender is actually Ollie Cook. They go like, Ollie Cook should be your defender. And I'm like thinking, I don't know. Right now I have no idea. If I play Ollie Cook and Harrison, I can't play Greenwood in this system because he's too slow. So I might actually do this. Harrison and Ollie Cook. 9 and 9. Got slow defense. Don't even know if this is a smart move, right? It's what I call, I'm gambling. I'm gambling that this will work because I know my tactic. Of course, the other system that I can go to is probably Galileo, the Red Pharaoh. The Red Pharaoh uses 2 strikers. This uses 4. So he's got 2 inverted wingers. They will help give us control of midfield. And we're using 2 inverted wing backs that creates a W in attack, right? So we're basically a consolidation phase. We've got a W. It's not a WM for, and people have been saying this is W. This is not a WM because there is no way this is a WM, because the WM, if I'm not mistaken, only used 1 defender. So there is no way this is the WM. This is just a system which I could use to create inverted wing backs, put them in a position of controlling the midfield. So we got Sadie, we got Higgs, this guy that we just signed, we got Elmore and Smith, and it looks like we're gonna go into the next game and praying, basically hoping that we do okay against Southport. The rest of the players are not 100%. Harrison 79%. Okay, we got to play Greenwood then. Oh goodness, this is probably a bad choice. Team report says, this is a funny thing about my team report. Assistant report, Ollie Cook is the best of the 5 options to be played as a centre back. Man, this is crazy. So here we go. Yes, we'll just use this. It's basically the same system that I used in FM19, except now I use inverted wingers. And the inverted wingers on a support duty. At least both of them are supposed to be on support. Why is that? Why do I have this little check his profile? This is interesting. Team talk. Come on, let's show me what you can do. Tactics, alright. We'll kick off. And it's going too fast. Higgs with the ball, finds Cook. Cook looks for a pass. Thorn under some pressure. Okay, I'm gonna narrow the width a bit. Okay, Osborne brings the ball. Oh, there's a player injured. Higgs, don't play the ball out. Higgs over the top. Jarvin Smith gets inside. Jarvin Smith shoots. They put the ball out. And Hale is still on the ground. Osborne took one play out. Derbyshire can't get past that line. Thorn plays it back. It goes down the flanks where we are very, very exposed. Hale skies the shot. Thank goodness for that. Yeah, we'll just do one team shout. Cook. Cornish. I mean, when good teams play Galileo, it's nice to watch. When bad teams play Galileo, it can be quite a joke. Okay, because they will try these hoof balls. They'll try passes. You know, I got ball playing defenders. I got defenders playing as ball playing defenders when they shouldn't be. Well, I need the role, because in this case I need the player to bring the ball out of defense. It's how the tactic has been designed. It needs somebody to bring those, because the ball playing defenders don't really have other wingbacks to pass the ball to. Oh, Thorn is away. Thorn says thank you, but who was that with a brilliant challenge? That was Greenwood. We're defending the corner. Bright. Derbyshire clears it, and it's blocked again. They take another chance, and they play it out. Thank goodness. Blocked again. It's Higgs now to lead the counter. Higgs brings the ball forward. The strikers get into position. Higgs now. Can he drop one? He drops across. He gets to Woolard Innocent. Woolard Innocent crosses the ball again. It's Jarvin Smith back to Higgs. They clear the danger. It's a throw. After all that drama. Okay, come on, boys. Show more passion. They are in the relegation zone. We win this, we might get into the playoffs spots. I don't think so. Maidenhead have a game in hand. I'm only looking at the table because it's this close. Okay, we've got a free throw in. Cornish back to Hale. Greenwood, nice header. Sadie looks up, finds Ellamore, who can hold the ball up. Greenwood now looks behind, finds Woolard Innocent. He's away. He shoots. Woolard Innocent had a chance. Okay, we got Woolard Innocent at 6.2. Okay, I gotta take him off. Right, he's not playing well. Provider, of course, I brought the rest. Yeah, I brought this guy with us. Who else is at 6.2? There's nobody else at 6.3. Harry Osborne, I can't change you. And I got Kristen Sadie as well. Start the second half. Immediately demand more. Derbyshire. Greenwood back to Russ. Russ looks for Jarvin Smith. Hits it down for Derbyshire. Derbyshire goes wide. Higgs gets us a corner. The simplicity is there, but so far not really creating a lot of chances. I think the few clear-cut chances we've had has been from set pieces. Higgs. Oh, nice pass to Ellamore. They're confusing the opposition. Yeah, they're confusing the opposition. I'm confused. Oh no, it's gone away. It's South Thomas. South Thomas. Okay. Okay. Russ does well. 58 minutes on the clock. Demand more. Come on. We've got another corner. It's Widowson with the corner. Puts it into the box. Thorn. Wood now. Counter attack. We got two players back. This guy is running like the wind. Derbyshire. He gives up the run. And they cross it. Cornish shoots. Gathered by Slyn. I didn't like the fact that Derbyshire just went, okay, now it's not my responsibility anymore. Alright, we're gonna go wide now. And we're gonna run at defense. 50-50 possession, that's fine. Boris is channel. Cornish. Hi. English channel. Elmore, Jarvin Smith. I'm just trying to keep myself entertained. Russ, out. He goes. Nope. Higgs gets it, controls it, brings it out wide, beats the player, crosses the ball. Is Derbyshire. He will play to Widowson. Widowson will go into the box and shoot. Oh, man. Shit. We have to beat Southport. Widowson. Russ. I mean, this is as attacking as I can get, man. Boris, this is like I'm taking a lot of chances right now. I mean, I have to because I want to get into the playoff spots. Greenwood, Morgan, out to Bright to Bolton, block Higgs now. Higgs slides it to Jarvin Smith, slide it to Derbyshire. It hits the post. No, we had such a good chance to score. Osborne can't get it to Higgs. Cornish looks up, can't play the pass. Derbyshire does enough, right? He's putting pressure on the defense. The player, Widowson, Sadie looks for Elmore. Elmore hits down for Derbyshire. Derbyshire to Widowson. Widowson goes long for Higgs, but he can't find the pass. Bores, this is going to be Widowson's ball. He turns it. Ah, man, you turned it and you just played the pass, you stupid fool. Isn't that good decision making? Oh, this is going to be South Thomas into the box. Slynn says, too easy for me. Greenwood to Widowson. Widowson back to Greenwood. Greenwood. Cornish. Red. Come on. Greenwood. Block it. Slynn does well. It's gonna be time. Right. This is it, boys. Counter attack this. Wood back to Bright. Wood back to Bright. Widowson. It's cleared only as far as Morgan. Morgan is under pressure. He will lose the ball to Russ. Russ, the chance to launch a quick counter. Elmore is away. He holds the ball up. But he cannot beat the player. Damn it, we have our chances, man, this game. Greenwood. It's Elmore. Elmore finds Russ. Russ to Greenwood. Greenwood looks long for Higgs. Higgs slides it. It's Jarvin Smith. It's the goal. Yes. 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 And it's from open play. Greenwood, what a pass to Higgs. And Higgs passes it to Smith. Oh, what a beautiful goal. Oh, now we just have to hold on. What do I do to hold on? Shit. Okay. Team, this is such an attacking tactic that when I want to hold on, I literally am holding on to my pants. Okay, so yeah, what is the fundamental thing about this game? This tactic. The fundamental thing about this tactic is, all right, we need the inverter wing backs to be positioned high up the pitch so they can bring the ball forward. Okay. All right. Now, when I play with overlap, he's more aggressive. So he's going to be here when we have the ball. So I'm actually going to roll down the width so that I bring him into closer range to pass the ball. We're not playing our defense, right? And this is standard defensive line. Okay. Just going to keep it like this. All right. Okay, we got a throw at the wrong time. Widowson get a corner. Ball deflects off Bolton. Okay, good. Tactics. Corner. The attack. You come here. Left. You come here. Right, we're literally defending with more players back now. Yep. I'm zooming out. Oh man, there's only two. They have. Look at this. They're ready for the counter. I forgot to tell him to play it short. Greenwood hits. They clear. It's out for a throw. It's 3 minutes. Okay, boys. Tighten up. It's Jones with the free kick. Cook. It's out to Bore. Oh, great challenge from Osborne. Finds Higgs. They go it back to Russ. Why, you sweet, beautiful things, you sweet, useless. They should have had the second goal. That was a beautiful pass move. Sadie, don't fucking give the ball away. Yes! I mean, I can't believe it. Southport at the bottom of the table, I'm this excited. This is what my games are like right now, right? I can't take this, man. This is too difficult. This game is so difficult now. League table, we've entered the playoff zones. I don't know if the thing is, we've been in the playoff zones a few times, right? But we can never stay there because after this we'll lose. We negotiated a very tricky match. You can see, look at this. We've been in the playoff zones, like we were there for a while. Then we dropped out of the playoff zones. We never came back in. We said hello to the playoff zones for exactly one game. Then we dropped out, and we really dropped out. We went all the way down to the 50. One of the lowest points for the whole season, and then we got back up, and now we're in the playoff zones again. So, but what's our schedule like for the next couple of matches? We play Harrogate. We play Yeovil. Then we play Wheelston. Dagenham is going to be huge. We're probably going to get clobbered by them because we haven't been able. Dagenham are just too strong. At home, 0-0. I think this was a one-track match. Yeah, there you go. We only have 5 shots. They had 2 clear-cut chances, 19 shots. But the thing about us is that we're able to keep a defensive shape. They played a 4-2-3-1, but we were. This was actually a very good performance from the team. We held them to a 0-0 scoreline, right? And they didn't have a lot of. They only had 3 shots on target, so that's definitely a good performance. Then we got Wrexham, this Hartlepool, Dover, Eastleigh, Sutton. I don't think we are going to. I don't think we're ever going to catch Dagenham. There's no way. We are about 12 points. There's 4 wins. If I beat Dagenham, that's 3 wins. So we have to take it a game at a time. Barrow, Wrexham, Ebbsfleet, Eastleigh, Fylde, Dagenham, and we are in the playoff zones finally. How long are we going to stay in the playoff zones? I have absolutely no idea. Oh man, that's Higgs joined the club because we signed a few players. Higgs is one of them because he gives me options. Higgs gives me options. The original idea for signing Higgs was to play him in the system Kingsbourne, right? So there's a strong possibility I'm also going to go to Kingsbourne. I could go back to Kingsbourne in the next match, but this is my gun-ho, go for it, hope that we win kind of tactic, and it's worked. All right, so we managed to get a win against Southport. We also managed to beat Fylde. We couldn't beat Harrogate. 0-0 was the final scoreline. Now we just wait for the big day. It's going to be Yeovil next. And the fans seem to be quite happy. Match performance, I mean, we get a lot of A's. This compared to Porto. I can win 4-1 in Porto and the fans will still be unhappy. But here, these are all fantastic results. I mean, 1-1 draw, the fans are happy. You know, we here against, I don't know who this is, but we managed to beat them 2-1. Then we drew against... I mean, even a draw now. I'm a bit disappointed that they're not always jumping up and down. Transfer activity. What do the fans think, right? The board are pleased with the deal to sign Jordan Hicks. The fans don't know what, but this guy very disappointed with the deal to bring him on loan from Mike Hill. Yeah, I agree. Mike Hill hasn't been signed. Hasn't been played much. The board are very disappointed with the deal to sign Callum Gunner. Right, we paid 8K for Chippenham for him. He has already chipped in with a few goals, like 3 goals in 30 appearances, 2 assists, 2 man of the match performances. Callum Gunner is supposed to play here. Derbyshire and Alamo and Derbyshire and Smith are supposed to be my strike pair. Right, I like Derbyshire as a strike partner. He's 13, 4, 11. He's pretty good as a striker. So I want to get him in front of goal and get these 2 guys in front of goal because both of them can score goals. And wow, you've been improving. That's kind of crazy. I don't think his attributes have gone up by much, but he has decisions that have gone up. Wow. So our friend has been developing. That's first. Javane Smith has been developing. Elmore. Let's look at his development. This is interesting. I basically never care about their development as players. What about Greenwood? Greenwood has been with us for a while, I think. Development progress, attributes, 12 months ago. No, we're not gonna. Oh, determination has gone up by 2. This is due to training and mentoring. Yeah, he's been mentored. That's not too bad, eh? Javine Smith, fairly ambitious, loyal, balanced, okay. Development, his determination is 14, that's not too bad, but he's definitely coming along. So Javine Smith is turning into some kind of a star. Harry Osborne has been with us since the beginning, I think. His progress has been okay. His attributes, well, we gotta be realistic, right? These guys, most of these guys, their attributes don't really develop very much. Jesse Deborah, okay, he's also developed. Callum Fullwood hasn't had a chance to play, so his development has been stalled. So players that play a lot, they will develop. Right, so some of them, he's not playing to his full potential yet. Right, so here, not too bad, I'd say. So Javine Smith is the superstar at the moment. So we got this guy Russ. We signed him. Look, Russ. The reason why I'm willing to play Galileo is because I can put him in Galileo. So he's doing well in the Galileo system, right? So as long as I get these guys are an inverted winger, we create enough roles on support that whenever they clear the ball, we can win the second ball. This tactic is all about winning the second ball. And we've done okay. Yes, financially, I can go out there and I can sign players, right? I got a wage budget of 509, I got transfer budget of 38,000. So a buffer of 38,000. I mean, transfer budget of 38,000, which gives me a bit of buffer. I can go and sign players, but no, that's the thing about playing these lower league saves. You don't go out there and you sign all the players that you need. You sign players that can fit into a certain style. So I've more or less kind of like got this one going, a Spectre going, and then we got Kingsborn. So Kingsborn, if I use this, I can choose to play Odo. Now I've got option A, option B, and option C, which is a lot more than I had at the start of the season. And there we go. Jordan Hicks is going to be playing this position. Saraiva, I can play now. I can now use this tactic, and I can feel reasonably confident that we'll do okay. The question is, do I go for guts and glory and play Galileo all the way to the finish? There's a part of me that wants to, because Galileo is all about, with Galileo I'm attacking them, right? I'm already safe from relegation. Galileo can get me safely into the. All I need is a few wins, right? 3 wins, and I think I can do that with Galileo. Whereas with the Kingsborn system, it's very defensive. Teams are going to find it very hard to break me down. So is this a good chance for me to try a Kingsborn Galileo combination and kind of work in my way into creating a situation where I can play with Kingsborn and then switch to Galileo when I need a goal. Then I switch back to Kingsborn and switch to Galileo. Game it, basically. Hey, man, I want to get promoted, don't I? So if I have to, I'll game it. Because we are very close to getting into the relegation, into the promotion playoff spots. And if I can keep this run going, maybe I don't fail for the first time. Because if I don't get promoted, this is the hardest league to get out of. National League to League 2 is the hardest, in my opinion. Because you usually don't get a lot of buffer. You don't get the best players. But if you can manage it, it's not too bad. One of the things about these lower league challenges is you need to adapt. And adapting is more than just adapting in game to events. It is actually adapting to changing circumstances in the season. We found it much harder against some of the teams in the winter period. So I was forced into a more defensive stance because I don't want to lose. And I've done this in so many of my the few challenges where I actually end up. There was one season where I actually played with 5 defenders and a sweeper. There's 6 players at the back camping. So that's what I did. So it can happen. And I've now with this save, I've had to come up with a plan A, plan B, plan C. I've held on long enough. I've got that buffer in my wage budget to give me a lot of flexibility. So if I see a player that's really good, or I trial, I see one that comes in and goes, this guy can definitely fit into a system. Jordan Hicks can fit into Galileo. and it can fit into Kingsmon. So this is great because now I think I can finally play a system where I can go from a very defensive Kingsborn into a very attacking Galileo, then swap back into a very defensive Kingborn. And this means that there's something in the wind. There might be a chance that I could stay in the playoff zones, because I've been in the playoff zones twice this season and both times I didn't stay. This time around, who knows, right? I'm hoping that we can stick it out long enough for us to make it to the playoffs and then hopefully get promoted, because it's gonna hurt if I don't get promoted. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Kingstonian Diaries. You found it entertaining or at least informative. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. I love all you guys very, very much. You guys take care. Have a good one. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.